Today, I think that if you can grab like one nugget from what I'm going to share with you, it may just change how you feel about your time spent on social media. So, what we're going to talk about are call to actions, what they are, why they are so important, even on a simple post like maybe you're just sharing a quote, right? Inspirational quote or something. And I'm going to give you a very simple, not complicated framework for you to follow. If we haven't officially met yet, my name is Gina Tassinelli. I'm the owner and founder of Hype Media, stylishly branded and Style Rebel Mama. And we work with high level experts, established coaches, consultants, professional service providers just like you to really help you, but guide you and help you execute a marketing plan that's holistic and scalable, gets you seen as an irresistible go to solution. And we do this with lots of different framework. We do it in a way that is not overwhelming. And honestly, it's results driven. There's no sense in showing up on social media and nothing happening. We're not about a popularity contest. So let's first talk about what are call to actions. Okay. So a call to action, which is also known as a CTA, is just a more persuasive way of guiding your audience, your viewer, your reader to take action on something, to do something. It doesn't always have to lead them to sign up for something, to click on a link. Okay. But the purpose of this is that we want people to we want to guide them and we want them to know exactly how to respond to our content. This is going to increase your chance of conversions as well. And so there's three elements to this for this to be effective. Number one, it needs to be very clear as to what it is that you're asking from them, from your audience. Number two is that it needs to be effective, right? Like visibly effective, not like hidden somewhere in your content. If it's something for like a program or maybe a free workshop or something, that you have a sense of urgency, you need to actually articulate that there is a sense of urgency. But this is so powerful because it guides people to that next step. So I'm going to give you a quick example. Many times I do a social media audit on a client and they're like, I'm consistent. I'm doing what all the gurus are saying to post once a day or twice a day or three times a day, whatever people are telling you out there. And I'm doing all the things, but nobody is commenting, nobody's liking, nobody's sharing, nobody's doing anything. And I read the caption or watch the video and I don't hear the person asking people to do any of those things. So something as simple as, let's say that you post an inspirational quote, for example, which can get lots of traction. That's a great like awareness type of post to get people to know you and to become aware of you. And you could simply say something like, on a scale from 1 to 10, does this resonate with? That is asking people to comment below on a scale from 1 to 10. Does this resonate with you? Rather than just posting about how much you love that quote and why you love that quote, which is also okay to share, but start your post with, on a scale from 1 to 10, does this resonate with you? It gives your audience the feel that you want to engage with them. You want to create this conversation with them. And so I want people to understand that social media is not a one-way street. It takes two. And so we need to give that feel when we are writing out our content. Let's talk about how can you put together this irresistible call to action. So the first thing is you want to focus on something that is very specific, that's benefit driven, and that's sometimes, if it makes sense for this, depending on what the post is or whatever that piece of content is. And content, guys, isn't just social media posts. Okay. That could be email, SMS messages, blogging. Those are pieces of content. If there is a sense of urgency, then we need to evoke that sense of urgency or excitement around your content. Okay. So you want to use action oriented language that's going to clearly state what you want them to do next. You could share something that recently happened, and this is why you do what you do. And if you would like to know more about how this, I can help you or support you in doing this too, say the word call down below to schedule a call with me. That is a call to action. Or maybe you have a free workshop. This is going on. Who wants in before I make this paid? Say in down below. That's another call to action. I gave you an example earlier. On a scale from 1 to 10, does this resonate with you? That's another call to action. If this was helpful to you, just drop a heart. That's a call to action. Okay. So, but you want to be very specific and not miss that. Now, does every single piece of content need a call to action? No, but if you want to increase your engagement, if you want to increase your lead generation, then, and that is your intent, then you need to be super hyper focused on creating call to actions that are going to do that. Second one is making this really seamless. So it doesn't feel like a chore for your audience or your viewer to actually do. Okay. So a call to action should feel like a natural part of the content, not like an afterthought. And this you can really simply do by aligning the call to action with your content's message so that it flows really logically. Okay. So let me give you a real example. In a blog post, you're sharing the importance of strategic planning. Let's say you're a business coach. You could include a call to action at the end of that blog post. You could also do this like for an email or a post. Ready to craft a winning strategy for your business? Click here to schedule a consultation. Or if you're doing this on social, say the word strategy to schedule a consultation. I love to use the word like to have people comment because that gives you the opportunity to actually have a little bit of banter back and forth with them in the comment thread, and then take that a little further and actually send them a personal message and say, hey, I'll reach out to you via Messenger. You send them a personal message. Hey, thank you so much for your comment on my post about blank. I noticed that you'd love to schedule a call. What inspired you to want to schedule a call with me? And then obviously you get to the point where you schedule a call. You want to make it something that's not an afterthought. So you want this to be in your content very seamlessly. Number three is you need to know if these are working, right? So that's measuring your call to actions. So we actually measure call to actions a lot on social based off of words that we use and also the wording and how we are articulating that call to action. But you can do this also by utilizing tools and analytics that are tracking performance. And if you notice, for example, that you're getting a lot of people joining for, let's say, a masterclass with a specific language that you're using to get people in the masterclass, then you want to keep using that call to action over and over again, not just once because you've already used it. Use it over and over again. Remember, not every single person that sees your post is actually seeing every single post that you post. Remember that. They may not see it on one platform. They may see it on another platform if you're, if you have more of like an omnipresence, but people also will not remember. We are bombarded by like 6,000 to 8,000 messages per day. Okay. Some of us can't even remember what we wore yesterday. Like I can't, or what we ate. So believe me, they're not going to remember your call to action either. Okay, so let me do a quick little recap. This is episode 9 of our From Invisible to Visible series. We're talking all about converting views to leads, the art of call to action. So the first part of this is to craft an irresistible call to action, one that is specific, it's benefit driven, it evokes a sense of urgency or excitement, and it's action oriented. So it's clearly stating what you want them to do next, what you want your audience, your viewer, your reader to do next. Number 2 is that it needs to be just a natural part of the content, not an afterthought. Okay. So if it like stands out way too much, it's going to be a little bit too spammy. We don't want spammy. We want this to be very natural, organic process, and also a way of people reading that and taking that call to action in. And then number 3 is you want to measure what call to actions are working, which ones are not working, and the ones that are working, do more of those. All right. So I will see you soon. Bye.